Welcome back, friends. And it is now the moment you've all been waiting for. There she is. Oh, shit. Where is it? I had it, didn't I? Aye, there it is. Terrible introduction. So, you know, instead of asking for the alternate penalty, which in fact led to every other route in the game, led to Yumiko and Michiru's route, right? Yeah. So, instead of that, we're gonna praise her for, oh my god, whoa! What the music just changed drastically? It's already starting off good. Alright, fine. I don't have any problem with praising you if that's what you want. God damn it. Yeah. Defeating me in a match is worthy of recognition. That stupid goddamn typo, whatever the fuck game they did. Or, that's what we were doing, right? And it's only natural to praise someone when they deserve it. I think someone might have told me that exact same thing a long time ago. Oh my god, wait till you figure that out. Oh my god, it'll be the greatest thing ever. It's law, it's because of his past. You know. It's usually what I hear in the comments. What's wrong? Did I say anything strange? Here you go. I'm praising you. Sachi responds to my question with unusual haste, then bows deeply for a moment as if to collect herself. So, as for the details, what kind of praising are you looking for specifically? Ah, 100% Kazami Yuji Occupation Student Mark II style. Boom! Well, that's quite the vague request. That said, it wouldn't be fair to break my promise after the fact, even in something as inconsequential as this. I draw close to Sachi and reach my hand out toward her head. I suppose. What? Does being in a dark room make you less tense? Normally, Sachi can strip off her clothes in public without a hint of embarrassment, but at the moment, a rare pink blush has spread across her face. Okay, just for future reference, that sort of line should only be used when you're getting in bed with someone. I gently shoot down Sachi's feeble entreaty and place my hand on top of her head. Oh, you beat me fair and square. Pretty amazing work, Sachi. Can't say a lot of people beat me at anything. And if they do, I just kill them. You know, it's part of my life. It's part of my backstory. I was in the military. Now I'm like a contract assassin. At least I assume I was in some sort of military. I mean, he keeps talking about it. He also keeps talking about foreshadowing in terms of killing more people. God, I've been through a lot, haven't I? But just wait till you find out his backstory. I'm gonna read this again. You beat me fair and square. Pretty amazing work, Sachi. There it goes. This has to be the first time I've touched Sachi's head. Is it? And yet the feeling of her hair under my hand is oddly pleasant. There's even something vaguely nostalgic about the sensation. Oh, Jesus, what does that mean? Very nicely done. Sachi went stiff as board at first, but she soon closes her eyes in apparent pleasure. As her body reflexes underneath my hand, I begin to slowly pet her head. Shh. Shh. Oh. Right, left, right. Every time my hand moves, little bits of gibberish dribble out of Sachi's mouth. It's kind of amusing to watch, really. I'm not really doing it forcefully. I hope not. Sachi sways back and forth helplessly in time with the gentle movements of my hand. This is another first for us, but for some reason the motion comes natural to me. You know, you keep saying things that allude to you maybe have knowing her in the past. At least that's what I'm getting. Or for some reason, usually when they talk about, oh, this the feeling's nostalgic, it usually means you've known them at some point in the past, or it has something to do with something your family or whatever, friends, or, you know, just something. And, you know, this doesn't help either. Oh, there you go. Right. Snapping out of it at the sound of Sachi's voice, I quickly draw back my hand. I think I ended up going at her head for a relatively long period of time without even realizing it. Oh, it was comforting. And for some reason, she's currently staring intensely at my hand. So, how was it? Did the pit of your stomach get warm again? My hand emits a lot of other things. The typical Sachi style. The girl asked this question with a perfectly straight face. If so, I'd have to think you have to see about selling off the technology to some manufacturer of home appliances. Sounds like exactly the sort of feature the gullible housewives of the world would love to have in their toasters. Oh, well, my. You have that kind of scratch lying around? Well, not surprising. Well, anyway. I guess this should do it as for my penalty? Sachi offers me an enthusiastic thumbs up. The Kronkstad thumbs up. So it's gonna evolve from praising to the diddly to a relationship. See how that order went? I suppose. I wasn't really planning to cut off your compliments in the first place. If you act a way worthy of recognition again, I guess I'll probably just praise you again. I thought my response kind of brusque, or brusque, whatever, however you pronounce it, if anything. But Sachi blushes the same shade of pink as before and offers me a bow of thanks. That said, if we happen to duel again, I fully intend to win. Jesus Christ. I'm never gonna win. That's your prerogative, but don't forget to attend class, alright? Still a student over here. The thing about Sachi is, you know this isn't a joke. She genuinely did forget. In any case, I've learned something from the time I spent with this honest girl today. The act of praising someone, the sensation of petting their head. So I look up the sky to ponder these thoughts. I've been making a habit of rustling Makina's hair around lately, but somehow this felt different. Exactly what that feeling was remains unclear to me, but whatever it is, for some reason, I enjoyed it. I guess Makina's games aren't all that bad. They are, though. They are. Somehow, those had become my honest thoughts on the matter. Dude, oh, this feels nostalgic. What the shit? The fuck are you doing? As the second recess period of the day begins, a highly suspicious ritual unfolds before my eyes. Hey, Sachi, our classmate seems to be using her twin tails as antennas in an attempt to intercept human brainwaves. I don't think it's gonna work.
いつものことでしょ?
You right. Well, maybe not, but that strikes me as a problem in its own right.
いでよ、大魔人サチ! パパラパ、お呼びでしょうか、みちる様?
What was that little effect? Like she was just coming out of the fucking ground. Completely indifferent to our whispers, Michiru finishes chanting her incantation. A powerful Dijin promptly answers the call.
ああ、それってランプのせいだっけ?
She is so willing to play along with anything.
そうよ。ただサチに用事を頼むだけでもバリエーションは出してかないとと思ってね。
Oh, now that's just... I don't like this though.
その必要あるか?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
あるわよ。昨日だって今のやりとりを成功させるために2時間もリハーサルをやったんだから。
But you don't... I...
そのほとんどは参考にしようとした某アニメ DVD にみちる様が見入られてしまったからなのですけど。
Got him.
ああ、そう。で、サチ、あんた化粧水とかも常備してたりする?
Remember when Michiru stopped being stupid for like a second? I remember.
はい、それなら確か以前あまねさんに化粧を教えてもらった時。
Ooh, let's not talk about those times. As soon as she understands Michiru's request, Sachi trots off to her oversized storage locker in the back of the classroom.
お待たせしました。これですよね。そうそう、ありがとう。ってそうだ。ついでにパフも持ってない？パフパフするやつ。
Have a puff? A puff? Like a what? Oh, you mean those big old puffies?
持っているといえば持っているのですが、みちる様にご満足いただけるかどうかは。
With those words, Sachi grasps her chest with both hands. ほうほう、
これはつつましくも確かな柔らかさが。
What the shit is happening? We haven't had a moment like this in a long time, so it's very welcome.
へえ、私が言ってるのはパフパフじゃなくてパフよ。コットンパフ。あ、そちらの方でしたか。同音異義語は難しいです。
That's what I thought Michiru meant. I thought she meant the big old puffies. You know, the poof poofs or whatever, not...
いやいや、あんたがややこしくしてるだけだってば。
She's just sitting here like... So he actually does sit in the back, next to the window, right? In the corner? God, I hope he does. Main character territory, because the placement of this camera makes it seem this way. Somebody asked Sachi for a favor, leading to subtle but bizarre misinterpretation. In the end, someone heaves an exasperated sigh. This too is hardly anything out of the ordinary. I've seen something of this sort so many times since coming to the school that it's practically part of the scenery by now. But when you stop and think about it... Who the fuck are you calling your son? God, I love Machina. I'm not brooding. Also, I'm not your son. What? I suppose you could compare heavy sweat soaking through the back of your shirt to crying, but I'm not currently perspiring.
話が脱線しかけてるけど、今、さっちゃんのこと目で追ってたわよね。
Look, I'm pondering, alright? Get off my ass. I don't mind you butting into the conversation, but do me a favor and keep your tits to yourself.
チェ、考え事してる時でもダメか。
Nope. Yuji's never too lost in thought, until he is. If you want to take me by surprise, you're going to need more dramatic measures. I'd recommend knocking me unconscious. Maybe sleeping pills or something of the sort. I could probably got them in my pack somewhere. I gotta use them for killing.
その手があったか。
Oh no. Of course, if she actually tried mixing some drug into my food, I'm confident I'd notice 8 times out of 10. Would we, though? What if it was very, very, very subtle? I mean, it's Yuji. He's probably had to deal with this like 75 times in the past.
でもさ、なんでさっちゃんのこと見てたの？
She's a enigma, if you would. Well, just thinking about how familiar that routine of hers is by now.
そう言われるとちょっと耳が痛いかな。
Why?
なんていうかな。私たちってさっちゃんの真面目さに甘えすぎちゃってるところがあるから。それを傍から見たらひどいことしてるように見えちゃうこともあると思うんだよね。
Some of you, yeah.
でもユージにも分かっててほしいのは、私たちにそういう意図は全くないってこと。
I know all of you care about her, and you're all like sisters, pretty much.
私が遊び相手にサッチンを選ぶのもそうだけど、チルチルだってサッチンとはマブダチなのよさ。
So you're saying that faithful servant routine's an expression of friendship or something?
お兄ちゃんなら見ればわかると思うのだけど、サッチンは全然嫌がったりしていないのよ。
I know, but I personally would feel bad about asking someone to do all sorts of stuff, even if they enjoy it. Like, that's just... well, I guess not. Compared to others, Michiru tends to request menial gopher-style errands pretty frequently, but Sachi never shows any sign of irritation. On the contrary, she often overflows with gratitude, as if being given work offers her satisfaction in herself. Or in itself, not her, well, herself too. You know, that works either way. But objectively speaking, a charitable attitude that extreme has to be considered downright abnormal. Pretty interesting girl in that sense.
ちょっと、まさかユージ、さっちゃんのこと。
Give Amine the karate chop in the head. I see where you're going with this. That's not what I meant.
そっか。
But still. Kamine Sachi, huh?
お呼びでしょうか、風見さん。
God, she just knew. I'd like to think I was used not even in earshot. Impressive job picking up my muttering. But no. No, I did not.
そうですか。
Instantly disappointed. Sorry about that.
いえ、年頃の男性が性的に興味のある異性の名をつぶやいてしまうのはよくあることだと聞いています。
Oh my. Don't lump me together with pure-hearted youths who can find joy in a crumpled old porn mag discovered under the boardwalk.
はい、風見さんがそうおっしゃるならそうします。
You can literally just be like, don't do that again. And she won't. Right then. Well, this is strange as well. When I offer a retort to some weird statement of Sachi's, she'll fully accept my rebuke, basically overriding her previous opinion. Like, it's just like she just gets programmed to do something new. True, she often mumbles something like, "Is that so?" first. But that's nothing more than a rhetorical question or request for clarification, not an attempt to argue. Roughly speaking, Sachi's responses to our orders run along a fixed course from confirmation to consent and finally implementation.
でもサチって前よりちょっと変になったわよね。
Weirder? How?
やっぱりミチルもそう思う？ だってね、前からトンチンカンなところはあったけど、下着姿で投稿してくることなんてなかったし。
Oh, we know. So what brought on that change? You?
は？あんた何言ってるのよ。そんなの一つしかないじゃない。
Literally Yuji's existence.
そうね。
Don't give me that face. The two nod at each other, and four narrowed eyes focus on my face. Whoa! Whoa! Yumiko's just... and, well, counting a certain somebody who's begun to stare contemptuously in my direction without even lifting her chin from her hand. I guess it's actually 6. Sorry, but passionate gazes aren't going to get you what you want. Try flowers and a box of chocolates. That always works.
それがよりにもよってこんなのでしょ。さすがに今の返しは言いたかったかな。
In short, they want me to want to say this is my fault. Then again, I am the first male student in this school. In that sense, I'm acting as a foreign element added to a relatively stable mixture. Since Sachi's been forced to adjust to living in a dorm with me, I guess some changes in her behavior and attitude wouldn't be too surprising. Well, I won't deny my role in this.
お兄ちゃんにしてはなかなか殊勝な発言なのよ。
He's like, I accepted this. Newcomers have to keep their heads down after all.
何を今更。
Don't get... I feel like I heard a cranky spirit griping about something in the corner of the classroom. But I'm gonna say I was just hearing things. But precisely because I'm a newcomer, there's a specific aspect of our class representative's behavior I'm beginning to wonder about. I have to say, though, I've been here a couple months now, but I haven't even seen Sachi refuse a request. Even once. The instant I put my observation into words, Amne's eyes will go open wide in shock. To rephrase, it seems like Sachi's dictionary doesn't include the word impossible. I didn't mean anything else by it.
あ、ごめん。ユージの言ってることは分かってたんだけど。改めて考えてみると、さっちゃんが頼み事を断ったことってあったかなと思って。
What if it was me in the past? She turned me down for a request. Dude, that'd be amazing. What? You haven't even seen it? You haven't seen it happen either, Amine?
うん、多分そうだと思うけど。ねえ、マキナ。あんたはさっちゃんが何かを断ってるとこ見たことある？
サッチンが断ってるとこそれは見たことないけど。
Like how she had to oh? Like think about it a little bit.
じゃあチルチルはサッチンがお願いを断ったとこ見たことある？
Be like, what the fuck, Sachi? Why don't you turn anyone down?
そんなの普通に考えたらあるに決まって。
Don't even lie. Yeah.
ない。
Even Michiru, who seems to have provided the largest volume of requests by a significant margin.
じゃあユミコはあんた最初からこの学園にいたんだから、さすがに1回くらいは見たことあるでしょ？
Not even once.
小峰さんがここに来たのはあなたより後なんだから、期間的な条件は同じでしょ？
ってことは。
So it's a no.
見たことないわ。
Jesus. In other words, despite living in close proximity to her for more than half a year, none of you have ever seen Sachi say no to someone?
ちょっと待って。それが本当だったらすごいことじゃない？
It is, but it's also very like weird.
すげえよ。サッチン何者だよ。
I can't. Where is she in this? Is she just like sitting there listening to us? Or because we're being awfully loud. I like to think she's in the conversation. Makina's reaction is actually pretty understandable. Even if by some chance everyone's got forgotten an occasion or two when Sachi did say no, this strong consensus must mean she's gone along with their requests. An overwhelmingly majority of the time. A long time. Usually you'd only expect that kind of self-sacrifice from the Holy Mother Reincarnate, or a very well-trained soldier, like me.
もしかして私に関するお話をされているのでしょうか?
I was wondering where you were. I even said it. Well, calling it a discussion might just be a bit of an overstatement, but...
要約すると、サッチンは誰にでも股を開く淫乱女ってことなのよさ。
Wow. See, this is why you're not allowed outside.
全然違う。
Throw her out the window. Oh my god, does it? Oh. It'll keep going. I forgot. Oh my god, dude.
そんなに力強くされたら耳から脳汁が流れ出ちゃうのよさ。
Well, don't call your friends sluts. It's just stupid. Well.
ほらほら、ビビリのユミコが怖がるから、そういう例え禁止。
I mean, Makina said it in a really bad way, but like, she will bend over backwards for any request. Okay, moving on. I've got a question I want to ask you, Sachi.
何でしょうか?
Can you remember refusing any request since you came to this school? Even one? At all?
そうですね。
Nope.
お、唐突に電源オフ?
She's thinking.
すみません。今自分の記憶を検索していたのですが、私の覚えている限りではないと思います。
ってことは本当に
Very odd.
今まで一度も
Don't worry, Scott. You'll find out when you learn about her past. And you find out that, maybe her and Yuji were like best friends or something. Which is why he felt nostalgic about the head pats. Or maybe she knew his family. Who fucking knows? I know you don't, because you're playing it blind because you're a loser. And it's all just... That's why, you know... I don't know why that was your guys' voice. What happened?
私たちのお願いを断ったことがないってこと?
感動した。今までありがとう、サチ。ほんとほんと。
さすがクラスの委員長さんなのよさ。
She is in fact top class rep. Michiru and the others abruptly swarm around Sachi, surprised and enthusiastic to discover such an impressive feat so close at hand. They resemble nothing so much as an eccentric soccer team mobbing a defender for scoring the come-from-behind goal in extra time. I'm just doing my job. On the other hand, the hero in question doesn't quite seem to understand why she's getting the star treatment all of a sudden. You could practically see the question marks floating above her head, and in fact you did. A bit late in the game, but it seems they've finally taken note of your meritorious service, Sachi.
功績ですか?
そうそう、サチって実はできる子だったんだなって。
I mean, I'll never deny that Sachi is in fact amazing, you know?
ある意味そこら辺にいるメイドさんよりメイドさんっていうのかな。
そうでしょうか。
だってほら、この前だってジャケットがこんなのって言っただけで私が欲しかった CD 手に入れてくれたし。
あの時はインターネット上でいろんな質問ができるサイトに投稿したら、親切な人が商品名と売っている場所を教えてくれたんです。
呂布の知恵袋。
私が本物の地域限定コシヒカリってどんな味なんだろうってつぶやいた時も、次の日持ってきてくれたわよね。まだパッケージ前の状態で。
Sometimes I think Sachi has otherworldly powers to obtain things or do all the things she's asked to do.
はい、上越新幹線で片道1時間45分。現地農家の小林さんから直接譲っていただきました。
God, if it took an hour 45 to get out there, we're probably talking about the Shutsu rice growing region. Girl must have been wandering around way out in the sticks.
じゃあゾンビがうじゃうじゃって出てくるゲームの海外限定版はどうやって手に入れてくれたのよ。
What game are we talking about?
それは eDay っていう海外のオークションで未開封の商品を見つけたんだよ。
eDay!
そんなことまでやっていたなんて。
と言っても私自身が何か特別なことをしてるわけじゃないですし。
Apparently, Sachi's finally caught on to the fact that she's being praised, as her cheeks have grown slightly red. Let me pet her. Hold on. She did mention that Amine and Michiru haven't been complimenting her as much as they used to, so this sudden barrage of appreciation might be fairly enjoyable. I mean, you see how she reacted when we started petting her? But that's probably because you've already known her, or she's known your family. Listen. I'm just feeling it in my gut. And when my gut tells me something, people tell me I should just listen to it. Remember eating people? Yeah, I called all of that. All of it. To the very last detail. Maybe that's a bit disturbing. Why did I just know what was gonna happen in a eating people route? What? Oh no. Anyway, nothing particularly special, huh? True, our community is small scale and relatively isolated from the outside world, but she's offered her help to everyone here quite literally without fail. That alone would be pretty remarkable by almost any standard, but Sachi seems to be completely oblivious to this fact. Of course, when you hear never once, I think it's only human nature to feel a little interest in seeing the streak broken. What do you mean, Yuji? What? I guess it might go without saying, but the laundry facilities in our dorm are pretty high class. That's because it was, all this was paid for by a very, 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 very rich man. The machines are state-of-the-art combination washer dryers. So as long as you can handle pushing a button, the rest is pretty much automatic. Alright. My attitude toward housework has always been indifferent at best, but these things still make my life noticeably easier. For example, I'm currently heading to the 3rd floor, secure in the knowledge I can get my laundry more or less taken care of in the time it takes to cook my rice. Alright.
回る回る地球と一緒にドラムが回るそいつを見てたら目も回るいいヤッヒー
Dear God, that was adorable. But when I reach the top of the stairs, I find Sachi in front of the machine singing a funky avant-garde tune to herself as the laundry tumbles around inside. If you've lost your way in life, I'll lend you in here to your troubles.
どちらかというと風見さんの言葉の意図を把握するのに困っているのですが
I thought I was just singing with you. I mean, I don't know. Alright, then what was with that song just now? Of course Yuji wouldn't fucking start singing randomly. What the fuck was I thinking?
あれは作詞作曲イリス・マキナ、編曲周防天音による心の選択、乙女心は潜在いらずという歌です。
Dear God, they created this. I see. Understood. I'll buy that. The only people I can picture coming up with a song like that are A, drunken office workers lying around a train station at 2:30 in the morning, and B, Irisu Makina.
ちなみに今日の洗濯物は下着が2枚とメイド服が2着です。
That is not a lot of laundry. Well, are you telling me, and you're telling me this because...
老婆心ながら風見さんが知りたそうな顔をされていたので。
Appreciate the thought, but that was your mistake.
すみません。風見さんほどの人なら回転するドラムの中身を視認することも容易でしたよね。
I literally, as soon as I walk in the room, I'm aware of everything. Sachi, my friend, I'm genuinely curious. Just what kind of skills do you think I've been developing? Okay, let's just change the subject. Since you're up here watching your laundry, I guess you already ate dinner?
はい。あとはお洗濯とお風呂に入って一日もおしまいというところです。
Oh, I see. Wholesome rhythm of life you got there. Very much the model student.
ちなみに風見さんはもう食べられたんですか？
I was not aware she was actually undressing herself. No, not yet. Why? I thought she meant like separately had those things already in the washer. Not that she was going to put them into the washer.
聞くところによると夕食はなるべく21時前にとった方がいいらしいですよ。
It actually doesn't matter when you eat, as long as you don't. I'm pretty sure as long as you don't fall asleep right after eating, because then your body has no idea what to do with the energy, so it just kind of doesn't do anything and turns into fat. Maybe that's the myth. God, I don't remember. Apparently, it's harder to gain weight that way. Yes.
すでにご存知だったんですね。さすが風見さんです。
More importantly, Sachi,
はい、なんでしょう。
he's gonna say it. Can I go ahead and smack you at this point?
強引なのは嫌いじゃないのですが、私としてはちゃんと手順を踏んでほしいと言いますか。
Fucking Sachi. Once again, I find myself wondering whether you're even a human being.
不思議です。なぜでしょうか。
Take a look at yourself and think about it. Specifically, what you're wearing.
下着姿です。
Yes. Yes, you are. Tell me, are you the type who finds sexual excitement in exposing yourself in front of other people?
いえ、違います。
Alright, so, what's the deal? Then why'd you take your clothes off?
それはこれからお風呂に入ろうと思ったからです。
Uh-huh. This room's right next to the grand bath. So you're trying to make efficient use of the time spent waiting for your laundry?
ご明察です。
That said, efficiency isn't really enough of a reason to justify this personal strip show. But should I even bother trying to explain that to her?
風見さんも入りますか？
Huh? In what? Your flashing enthusiast club? Yuji might be a little bit of a flasher himself.
いえ、そちらではなく、お風呂の方のお話です。
Well, I believe I've just received an unambiguous invitation to take a bath with a classmate of the opposite gender. Well, as I understand it, for men and women beyond the age of puberty, such an act requires either a financial transaction or a certain degree of pre-existing intimacy. Sachi and I are merely classmates. We're not in a relationship, and we're not blood-related siblings. I want to think it's natural for me to feel a little dubious here.
風見さんさえ良ければなので。
Let's see. I don't find the idea particularly objectable, but I'll pass this time.
そうですか。
For one thing, I'm currently in the middle of making dinner, so if I were to just hop in the bath, my rice would get all fucked up, and we don't want that.
すごいです。風見さんはすでに時間の有効活用を考えていたんですね。
It's like we're almost the same. Except not. Well, yeah, more or less. For another thing, I have a feeling it'd be difficult to make up an excuse if one of the others walked in on us.
では、それはまた別の機会にということで。
Yeah, sounds about right. Enjoy your bath.
はい。風見さんも私の入浴姿を置かずにご飯を食べる作業を頑張ってください。
I'll just taste you on my rice. Maybe a smack upside the head would have been best after all. Maybe. I don't think it would have helped any. Oh God. It looks like it's about that time. After quickly double checking the clock on the wall, I leave my room. What are the... It is doing all these crazy transitions that I've never seen the game do before. When I reach the 3rd floor, I find the laundry room empty. Of course, since there's only 6 boarders in this dormitory, that's hardly unusual in itself, but what was that flash of shits? As I bent forward to retrieve my dried laundry, I noticed something slightly odd about this picture. Sachi left her laundry in the machine? These machines take approximately 70 minutes to wash and dry a load of clothing. When Sachi headed off to her bath, the display on her machine read somewhere around 15 minutes. In other words, it's been sitting here ready for nearly an hour. I don't like where this is going. My master once told me, young women love their long-ass baths. But 70 minutes is a little too much, and it's hard to believe Sachi would have returned without taking her laundry, especially since we were just talking about efficiency. Above all else, I don't think I've ever seen her leave a job so sloppily unfinished before. Something feels wrong about this, and oh, I don't like it. Yep, he's piecing it together. Even if Sachi really is just taking a long soak, it shouldn't be a problem if I call out to her through the door. Sachi? When I make my way into the changing room, Sachi's slippers quickly catch my eye. Hard to picture her wandering off barefoot for no good reason, which would mean... Sachi, it's me. Are you in there? Oh, this is bad. I try calling out from near the door, but there's no response. Are you popping off right now, game? It's literally like 40 minutes or so into the route. I can't make out the sound of running water either, so it doesn't seem like she's in the middle of a shower. In that case, I think immediate action's called for. Hello? Sachi, if you're in here, respond. This time I shout Sachi's name loudly, but there's still nothing that sounds like a reply. What's that? But when I give the room a careful survey, I notice a small head poking out of the water next to the far window.
2405 2407
And she's mumbling quietly to herself, counting something? Puzzled, I approach Sachi along the edge of the bath. A few meters away, I finally notice that her eyes aren't open. Sachi? Oh God. The instant I understand that Sachi's muttering deliriously, I reach into the warm water and pull her out of the bath. Oh. 2413 So I'm assuming she just started counting from 1 as soon as she got in? Her expression blank and vacant, Sachi continues to mumble a string of numbers. From the symptoms, it seems fairly clear that she fainted from overly long exposure to the sauna-like temperature. I think an emergency rest and recovery period's in order. With that decided, I haul Sachi's naked body out of the bathroom, then carefully carry her down toward the stairs to the second floor. Jesus Christ. Excuse me, coming in. In consideration to the room's owner, I give approximately half a second of advance notice before barging in. Not waiting for permission, I set Sachi down on the bed. Hey, Amane, I'm gonna use your room.
ユージって女連れしかも裸
Not just any woman, you stupid. Sorry, but there's no time to argue right now. Could you get me a bag of ice and a wash bowl sooner rather than later, please?
氷の音洗面器ってわかった
I was like, this ain't no time to be asking questions. Quickly grasping the nature of the situation, Amane runs off to the bathroom without any further questions. Seems bringing Sachi to this room in particular was the right call. Oh, boy. Oh. Okay. She's good. But why was she, like... Why would she have just stayed in the bath that long to even have that happen? I mean, people make mistakes, so yeah, I guess. About 15 minutes after I brought her to Mamane's room, Sachi's breathing settles into the soft, regular rhythm of sleep.
状況はなんとなく理解したけど一応何があったか説明してくれる
Okay, so he just starts going into it. Long story short, Sachi fainted in the grand bath and I found her there.
それで私の部屋に連れてきたと
You're the mommy of the group. What? Who else was I gonna bring her to? Yeah, I figured you'd be the most reliable by far in this sort of situation.
そういうことしれっと言われちゃうと怒れなくなっちゃうんだよね
She's like, I can't even be mad, dude. Oh. Hello?
サチシモナ戻ってこーい
Machina, shut the fuck up! She's sleeping.
マキナ病人がいるんだから静かに
Throw Machina out the window. God, I've been wanting to throw Machina out the window for like this whole time. There you go. Shh. Come here. Come here. Hold her hand. Apparently, even Machina can realize that it's not an appropriate time for the usual song and dance. She accepts Amane's warning and quietly plops herself down at Sachi's bedside.
ねえサッチンが侵されているスキルスはステージいくつ
What? She doesn't have cancer. She's just got lightheaded from staying in the bath too long.
それなら一安心なのよ
God, Machina went straight to 11, huh?
でも今までこんなことなかったのにどうして急に
She seemed to be counting something in there. I'd expect someone put a strange idea in her head. Probably Machiru or, But what? I am going to kill you.
もしかしてマキナさっちゃんに何か言った でも今ギクって自分で言ってたわよね
実は今日のお昼休みに私たちはお風呂に入っても1万数えられる女になろうねって話をしたばかりで
But why? Why? As the circumstances come to light, Amane heaves a heavy sigh. It's pretty clear that Sachi took Machina's hyperbole 100% literally and interpreted it as a mandatory new part of her bathing routine.
てかどうしてそんな話になったのさ
昨日のテレビで今の子供はお風呂の中で100も数えられないご来症のない子供が増えていますって言ってたから 大きくなって社会に出た時、これだからゆとり世代はって上司が灰皿にタバコを押し付けるところは見たくなかったのよさ。
その心意気は悪くないけど、さっちゃんの性格は知ってるでしょ。
ごめんなさいなのよ。
I mean, you didn't mean any harm by it. Since she actually offered a halfway sincere sounding apology for once, Machina seems to be feeling something surprisingly close to genuine remorse. A rare sight indeed. She's awake, or waking. At some point during this exchange, Sachi opened her eyes ever so slightly.
2414 2415
Okay, how's about you stop that shit? In the next instant, she picks up counting off exactly where she left off, like some sort of human time bomb.
ほらマキナ、今のうちにリセット。
Hurry up and reset her.
聞くのよサッチ。お風呂に入るときは必ず1万数えなくてもいいのよさ。
Sachi bot, registering new command.
そうなの。
っていうか、お風呂くらい自分の好きなタイミングで出入りしていいんだからね。
わかりました。
Now go back to sleep. Yup. As soon as the words are out of her mouth, Sachi's eyes fall shut and her body goes totally limp.
これでひとまずは大丈夫そうね。
So you think that's going to be enough to keep this from happening again?
絶対とは言い切れないけど、私たちは今までこうやって乗り切ってきたから。
In that case, couldn't you have done something about the way she addresses Michiru?
ああ、あれだけは特別。どんなにミチルが取り消しって言っても、サッチャはガンとして譲ろうとしないし。
Very odd.
あれはチルチルが悪いのよ。自分で未来永劫とか絶対って念を押しちゃったから。
I see. So she made an over-aggressive attempt at impressing Sachi with her character right off the bat, and it backfired spectacularly.
マミー鳥がマミーになったのよさ。
I always say hoisted by my own Picard because that's just funnier to me. And I just always think of Star Trek.
まあ、真面目なのはさっちゃんのいいところだけど、もう少し融通が効いてくれるとありがたいかな。
サッチンはこれでいいのよ。真面目でドジっ子ってところが可愛いんだから。
Somehow, a diligent personality doesn't feel quite sufficient as an explanation for all this.
それじゃあマキナ、私たちは今のうちに新しい氷を作っておこっか。
了解なのよさ。
Energetic as always, Machina totters off to the kitchen ahead of Amane.
ちなみに一度沸騰させたお湯をそのまま使った方が早く氷になることもあるらしいのよ。
ああ、それって無ペンバなんとかって言うんでしょ、確か。
I know I have never heard of that in my life. Well, then, Sachi's... you know... I turn back to the bed to find the maid in question has regained consciousness.
目の前に風見さんがいます。
Yeah, I'm Kazami Yuji Occupation Student Mark II. But more importantly, are you Kamine Sachi?
はい。私は小峰幸です。
Seems like she's recovered enough to her... recovered enough of her wits to offer a coherent response.
それで私はどうしてここに？
You lost consciousness in the Grand Bath. I found you there and brought you to Amane's room for treatment.
そうだったんですか。ご迷惑をおかけしてしまってす すみませんでした。
Well, it wasn't much of an inconvenience, really. Wouldn't even qualify as trouble in my book.
そうですか。
It's just what I do. I'm Yuji. Kazami Yuji. Da-da-da-da. My attempt at downplaying the incident seems to have been appropriate, as Sachi smiles in evident relief.
私また風見さんの前で気を失ってしまったんですね。
Yeah, so it seems. I answer Sachi's statement with an artificial attempt at a reassuring smile. Since I'm talking to a dazed invalid, I decide to play along, but I don't remember this ever happening before. Because she's known you in the past! God damn, I'm good at this fucking guessing game. I'm not sure where the again is coming from. She must still be pretty out of it, I guess.
目が覚めたサッチ。
マキちゃんにも迷惑をかけたみたいでごめんね。
悪いのは変なことを言った私なのよ。だからサッチは何も悪くないのよさ。
And so, it was all Machina's fault, as usually everything is. Sachi's expression grows thoughtful. She seems to be thinking back on the incident and attempting to analyze her behavior. Don't try to think too hard right now. Machina's admitting she's to blame here, so let's just leave it at that.
はい、わかりました。
それで具合はどうなのよ。
ちょっと頭がぼーっとするくらいだから大丈夫。
じゃあ早く元気になって私のお尻をペンペンしてくれるのを待ってるのよ。
I'm ready for the good old spanking. Machina?
わかった。
Sachi answers Machina with a gentle smile, but by the end of the conversation, I could see fine beads of sweat running down her face. Okay, that's enough talk for now. Take it easy for a while.
はい。
Yeah. With that short response, Sachi closes her eyes to sleep once more. Ooh. Hey there, Machina. Sorry, but can you watch over Sachi for the rest of the day?
もちろんなのよ。お医者さんが主役の本ならたくさん読んでるし、ポリープの切除からバイパス手術までお手の物なのよさ。
You know, you do you, Machina. How very reassuring.
それに私もついてるしね。
Oh, thank God. Sorry, kind of feels like I'm pushing all the hassle onto you.
別にいいって。さすがに男の子が女の子につきっきりってわけにもいかないしさ。
God, I'm not like some person who's just gonna jump on. Oh, you're quick on the uptake. I like that. I like that about you.
その代わり今度は私がユウジに一日面倒を見てもらうってこともあるかもしれないしね。
No. He just leaves. Has this woman already forgotten the words she literally just said, or has she simply decided the rules don't apply to her? I'll see what I can do about that.
へっへっへ。
Jesus. Smirking in a way more befitting of a dirty old man than a young woman, Amane saunters back to the kitchen. All well and good that I got my classmate through her little crisis unscathed, but that achievement seems to have come at a considerable price. See? Dude, I cracked this game. First episode, cracked this route right open. Other than, you know, Sachi and her existence and her problems and her everything. But, you know, I feel like I got the main premise going on here. Or at least a little bit of the story. I figured it out. You guys can't fool me.